Hey, this is Ron from HVAC Training Solutions. Hey, if you stick with me for just a minute or two, at the end of this video we'll have a demonstration of some of our online training and what may be in store for you if you decide to learn with us. But you're probably there in Columbus looking high and low for HVAC training schools and whether you should go to a trade school or a college or should you do it online. It's pretty confusing. And it is expensive, so you want to make the right choice. You're probably trying to figure out if the HVAC career field is right for you, and is that something that you want to invest your time and money and the rest of your life doing? Well, let me tell you quickly about the HVAC industry. The jobs are growing 21% faster than the national average, and I read somewhere where the HVAC technicians are beginning to age themselves out of the career field at a ratio of 5 to 1. So that means that for every 5 technicians that are hanging up their tool belt, there's only 1 or so new technicians coming in to fill those slots. So as time goes on, the job market will continue to grow. The average salary is $45,000 a year. Now, top-notch, highly trained technicians with about 5 or 6 years of experience under their belt, I know can earn $60,000 to $65,000 a year. That's a great wage. There's always jobs available. Any country, any city, any state you can go. If you are skilled and knowledgeable about HVAC, you can get a job anywhere you want to go. And it's a thinking man's trade. You have to know just about everything there is about the trades. You need to be a welder, electrician, a plumber, troubleshooter. You have to be a salesman and sometimes a counselor for those customers that have been without cooling and it's 105 degrees outside. So is online training right for you? And is our training right for you? Well, only you can decide that. And if you click that link, you can get a little bit more info and get a behind-the-scenes look at our HVAC training. If you don't want to wait, just give me a call and we can discuss this. No pressure. I am here to help you and raise the bar on the industry's training. So give me a call, 904-742-9511. Now stand by for a 2-minute electrical troubleshooting video. Now we're going to look at what these resistance measurements look like when we are shorted to ground on the compressor. And if you have a compressor that's shorted to ground, it is going to be immediately tripping the circuit breaker or blowing fuses as soon as you energize power to the unit. And pretty much the same if you have windings that are shorted together. So before we do that, let's look at a normal compressor and what the measurement is between the 3 windings here and the case ground, which is any metal part that you can stick your meter on. So let's go from common to the case ground. And on a good system, it should be an overload condition, which means there is no continuity, no current flow between any of these points and ground. And if you checked all 3 of these points, all 3 would be overloaded. And not overloaded, but you would measure OL or overload on your multimeter. So let's look at a grounded wiring. And grounded wiring happens when the internal windings of the compressor fail, and then they touch the case of the compressor. So to check that, you're going to put one of your meter leads on common, and then you're going to put the other one to any metal piece that you can touch on the condensing unit. And you can see we have 2 ohms here. That's a direct short to ground, and it is going to blow that fuse or circuit breaker immediately. And you don't even need to go any further, but you can work your way around the system if you really want to and see that there's resistance measurements, not infinite resistance or overload, between all 3 of these connections on the compressor. And what has happened here is it's pretty much melted down on the inside, and you have a big ball of copper that's connected to the power, and it's touching the side of the compressor. This is another instance where you're going to have to condemn the compressor itself.